So I was raised and brought up in France, and I came to this country 16 years ago. I was abandoned in a homeless unit hostel with my 3 children. I fled domestic violence and ended up here in Barking and Dagenham. I started to volunteer in a charity shop so I could feel a bit more, confident. I had no English at all. I then joined the Metropolitan Police as a volunteer as well, and that completely changed me because I learned about the rules, the law, country, the people. That made me realize that I loved this place so much that I need to do something for the community. I was first elected in 2010, and I became the deputy leader of the council. I'm not born and bred here, but I'm definitely made in Barking and Dagenham. With my ethnicity, I'm definitely confident living here. It's all about identity, and I feel as much French as British. I think religion is really personal, and it can be my way of interpreting things could be completely different than another Muslim person. So it's all in my heart. It's a lot of compassion, love.
I'm part of the Faith and Belief Forum. So I do outreach and have a food bank. I grew up, observing my mother reading the Bible, and she began to teach me about looking out for other people, sharing. The Faith and Belief groups that are in Haringey, in Hackney, they invite me and my family to their events. They're not Christians. For example, if they're having a Diwali, we go and eat with them. We eat samosas, chapati bread. What happens in the LGBT community might be different in another community, but until you enter, you will not understand certain information that is authentic, which is even powerful.
I came from India in 1963. I've done various jobs in Barking, Dagenham. At the current moment, I'm a secretary at the Sikh temple in Barking. Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. It means the victory belonged to God. Just difficult memories Barking. It was back in the 80s when there was a national front in Dagenham. That was a bit scaring time. With the local council's help, we fought them together. We have different names, we have different ways to worshipping it. Nobody's seen who creates the world, but there is somebody up there who's the creator. The different styles, sometimes it's round, sometimes it's at an angle. I wish people treat everybody the same, whether regardless of their color, creed, what they wear. In the end, they're all humans.
I grew up in Dagenham and I moved to Barking quite recently. None of my friends are English. Some of my friends are Africans and some of them are from different places in Europe. When I mean mix very well together, when I'm talking about my friends, is that all of our personalities combine and there's no one that really gets left out. I wish that people knew that I wasn't as intimidating as I look, because most people think I'm really intimidating, but I'm not what I look like on the outside. I'm not part of any religious groups in Barking and Dagenham. I'm not part of any religious groups, actually. I wish Barking was more picturesque, if that makes sense.
I'm part of a Church of England church. How I pray, sometimes as I'm walking along, somebody might come into my mind. I just turn my thoughts to that person and ask God to be with them. And worshipping together with song is an important thing for me, because I feel we draw near to God through song, through the words. My mother died suddenly just before my 18th birthday, and that made me question God a lot, why he would let that happen. I didn't run away from him completely. I just maybe questioned more, and that maybe that I then prayed more. Other times when I've had sicknesses and illnesses and losing work, losing a job, and through it I come stronger. I have had conversations with people from other faiths. We agree not to agree sort of thing, but we just discuss it, and that makes you realise that there are other people who do have very different ideas, but that's not means that they're any less important to hear what they have to say.
I'm a resident of this borough. I get involved in community projects, artistic centred, the sort of things that people might find a bit difficult to believe, spiritual things that can't be explained. For us, when we've grown up, they were just standard things that you just didn't really question. I have experiences in Christianity. It's given me an interest in how religions are constructed and how it's played out in society. Oh, yeah, I'm a practicing Christian, but I don't formally fellowship with the institution itself because I saw a cool time on that a few years ago. But in terms of community, I like getting involved in like artistic projects. I'm an illustrator, I do a bit of music. I kind of use those skills to share with others what I'm representing and to touch base on what they're representing with me as well. And you can't necessarily do that outside of an arts context in the same way.
I'm a bit of a poet, lived in Barking and Dagenham for 30 odd years. I don't really have any beliefs myself, but I'm interested in people's beliefs and why people have beliefs. And if I believe in anything, I believe in Gaia, which would be just the world itself. I believe in spirituality, yeah, it's just that I've chosen not to believe in a supreme being. Tradition and dress brought to our shore. African lady with headdress so bright, patterns that dance in the sunlight. Hijab and burqa, modesty keep. Then there is the orange of the Sikh. I am a stranger as you are to me. We are all strangers to each other, you see. Love, hopes and dreams are what it seems bind us all together.
Well, my name is Fifi and I'm into dance.
I dance at the same place as Fifi at Big Door, and I also dance at Lit Youth. Dance is like, for me, it's like very funny, and people that watch me, when they see me dance, like, I like to see people smiling.
And I like to film other people's dance videos on Instagram, which making them go viral.
I'm a Christian, yeah, it's similar to Islam because there's similar rules, just different names.
Yeah, I'm Muslim, so I believe in Allah. A lot of people do quarrels and arguments. We're young and we shouldn't be arguing over religion.
I can rap, but I can't sing. This is more real than reality shows. I'm trying to get off the set so we can get up and go. Last thing was so mad, I want to watch this unfold, but we're never going down, we're not a bungalow.
Let's go.
At times like this, I like to pray. No knees bent or hands clasped. Just my hopes wrapped metaphorically. Our act we adapt with our philosophies as freely as we grow within our communes. Only in the singular does that become paradoxal. You see, my faith is informed by different beliefs, as is my community, a mosaic of cultures, pressed on our stained glass sky, seek hues of orange and blues. Under one sky, we are all his lamb, sheep to this unforeseeable force that drives us to be our best selves and not just for the betterment of self.